Hi, everyone. This is Sam Silverman, Managing Partner of EB5AN. Thank you for taking time to join us on today's webinar. Today, we're going to be speaking with Lorrie, an EB5 investor who's already received I-526C approval and work and travel permits, who invested in our Hyatt Fort Lauderdale EB5 project with the Coulter Group. Lorrie, thank you for taking some time out of your day to join us today and share your EB5 experience with potential investors. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and your experience and what led you to come to the United States?
Hi, my name is Lorrie Rojas. I'm from the Cebu City, Philippines. I decided to come to the US to pursue a master's program in 2015. I was a student on an F1 visa. After a few years of being here, I decided that I wanted to stay longer because I really like the freedom and the opportunity available to me here. I like living in the US and I knew I wanted to stay here permanently.
And what did you really like about being in the US that made you want to stay, permanently?
I like the culture, I like the food, I like the freedom, the flexibility, I just like the lifestyle here. So I want to stay here permanently.
Great. And you were here for a few years as a student before you pursued EB5. So other visa options before you decided on EB5?
I did. I actually considered H-1B visa, but it's very limiting. So when I heard about EB5, I really liked the flexibility and that it offers a clear path in.
Okay, so at that point, you've done some research, you wanted to do an EB5 investment. What was your experience like working with and trying to hire an experienced EB5 immigration attorney to help you with your application?
I went online and did my research. I actually interviewed 5 to 6 different attorneys. I talked to some lawyers in big law firms and some in smaller law firms. And I finally decided on Anita George because she was very professional and responsive. She works really fast and she was available nights and weekend. I was able to message her on WhatsApp also. So communication with Anita was very easy. So as soon as the rules changed to allow me to allow me to apply for a work and travel permit, she got all that submitted for me right away. So she was really on top of it. I got my I-526 approved without a single question from USCIS.
Got it. Okay, so that's good to hear. For other investors who may be considering, picking one attorney over another, what for someone, with respect to picking an attorney, what were kind of the most important things that you think someone should know when they hire someone to help with their EB5?
Someone who is very knowledgeable and has extensive experience, especially with, make sure it's also someone you like because you'll be working with them for multiple years.
Got it. Okay. Project and the regional center. What made you decide to work with Coulter as the developer of?
The most important thing for me with picking a project is the quality and the track record of the developer. And Coulter has a perfect track record over more than 20 years and not a single failed project or a loan that hasn't been repaid. So I'm very happy that I went with Coulter because this project was a hotel that opened right in the middle of COVID. So given Coulter's financial strength, they were able to make it through a very difficult economic period.
At the time that you decided to invest, back in November 2019, what were some of the differences between this project and some of the other projects that you were considering, and what made you pick this one?
I looked at other projects that were promising a slightly faster repayment of funds, but it was obvious that the developers that they used had less experience than Coulter. I didn't feel my money would be safe there. So looking back, again, I'm so happy with my decision because a lot of other similar projects had major problems because of COVID.
Got it. As part of your diligence process? Did you get a chance to visit the project and see it in person?
Yes, I did. I went to the site to see the project. I went there with Mike. He toured me and he answered a lot of my questions.
Got it. Okay. In terms of the regional center, what was it like working with the team at EB5AN? Regional centers that you looked at, when you decided to do an EB5 project?
Great. The team was awesome. They were very transparent. I get my quarterly financial reports from them. And yeah, they were just very responsive and answered a lot of my questions because I had a lot of them.
Looking back, just big picture, are you EB5 investment? And yeah, it's been a number of years now, but you've gotten approved for the green card, for the work and travel permit. Yeah, just are you glad you did it?
Very happy. The hardest part was picking a project, picking a lawyer, and both decisions that I made was very happy with it. Everything was smooth. There were no questions asked, especially from USCIS. So yeah, everything just went really smooth.
So for other investors, from the Philippines or from other countries, who are considering an EB5 investment, what general advice would you have, for those investors, having gone through the process yourself, without any issues at all, project successful, jobs created, money safe, applications approved, no questions, what advice would you have for those interested in doing EB5 today, under the different rules, that are now in effect?
So my advice would be go visit the project if you can, do your research, interview many attorneys, read a lot of articles, and get educated. Yeah, the rules today are different, so make sure you understand the differences if the urban or rural project is a better fit given your circumstance. And also with the ability to do the work and travel permit if you're already in the US. Prospective investors considering working with Anita George or EB5AN, feel free to email me at rojaslorrie@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Lorrie, for taking the time. We really appreciate it. And yeah, if any potential investors have questions or want to invest in a prior Coulter project, please feel free to reach out to Lorrie. Her email's on the screen here. And yeah, we appreciate you taking the time to share this experience. It's always great when we can have clients who've gone through the process successfully share their experience so that other investors can see, how things can work. So thank you again, Lorrie.